Alright guys, welcome to this episode of Head to Head Battles. So in today's episode, we're going to go over the top 5 budget meta decks that you can buy in the April 2020 format. So before we get started, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and hit that notification bell. Also, we stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Also, use our TCG player affiliate code down in the description box down below. So now that we got that out the way, let's get this video started. Roll intro. So right now the Yu-Gi-Oh market is going insane with everyone getting their stimulus checks, and the buyouts kind of don't make sense, but it's kind of skyrocketed Yu-Gi-Oh to a point where it's getting a little bit ridiculous and people are spending like sometimes even $1,000 for a deck. So that is not what we're doing today. We're gonna try to stay under $70, so like under like $60 to $70, like within that range, maybe even cheaper if we can get it there. All right, also you have to realize when you're playing a budget deck that is still competitive, there are a lot of things that you do have to take into consideration. One of them being is probably not playing Lightning Storm, right? And you're probably not playing Pot of Extravagance and cards that really don't have a replacement. And I apologize if I'm a little nasally. Allergies is the bane of my existence. Comment down if it is your bane of existence. So back to what we're talking about. Your level of expectation has to be realistic, okay? So now with that in mind, let's go through this list, all right? So number 1 on my list is Thunder Dragon. Now with the ban of Colossus, Thunder Dragon has like tanked in price. When Colossus was not banned, Thunder Dragons was about like $150 to maybe a $200 deck. But now you can buy the entire deck core, like literally everything that you need, for about like $60, $70. That includes, most of your extra deck, as well as all the pertinent cards that you will need in the Thunder Dragon deck. Now, although Thunder Dragons do come in max rarities, you have to understand the cards aren't worth what they once were. Thunder Dragon Darks were like $8, $9, but now they're like about $2 to $3. And that goes for, the rest of the Thunder Dragon lineup. Now, there are a lot of variants of Thunder Dragons, just one being, Titan Control and Titan OTK, right? You're just basically, it's Titan Turbo. You're just Thunder Dragon Fusion, Titan Turbo, which is super easy. But there are other Synchro combo variant Thunder Dragon decks that can, cheat out Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, IP, and, other cards. Now, if you can't play IP Masquerade, because obviously it's a really expensive card, Unchained Abomination is a good one of in your extra deck that is easily accessible in the Thunder Dragon combo. A lot of side deck cards have dropped in price that were formerly very expensive, thankfully due to Dual Devastator. So Dual Devastator has put a lot of the cards that would have been expensive and lower them drastically. Thunder Dragons is kind of a deck where you don't really play hand traps, mainly due to the fact that there is no room. But with cards like D-Shifter, which are really cheap by the way, if you open D-Shifter, you can end your opponent's entire turn. Because it's a quick play from hand, you can use it going second. And some decks just can't survive having cards banished and will straight up pass. Next on the list, we have Pure Shaddoll. Now, the Shaddoll structure deck did come out not too long ago, and they can be had for about $10 each. So roughly speaking, we're talking about a $30 deck, which leaves you about $30 to $40 to kind of tech in your own spice. Now, obviously, you can't play the Invoked variant because Invocation, but Pure Shaddoll's still really good. You can put players under Window Lock. Construct is still a very good card. Like, it should not be slept on. And on top of that, there are a lot of cheap other archetypes that you can weave into, a Shaddoll deck to make it even better. For Pure Shaddolls, with the addition of like Shaddoll Wendy and the new Shaddoll Trap card, it makes the deck really good. And because the deck can inherently run Super Polymerization and they're super cheap because of Dual Devastator, like it's like almost a no-brainer to like not play it. It's too good not to play on a budget. And a lot of new players who want to get into the game, that construct effect where it banishes itself to recur, other material, and just like fusion summoning in general, like the deck has everything. The deck for a new player is a godsend because it teaches you a lot of the mechanics that will help you in MR5, right? Another reason Shaddoll is so good is the deck is just so freaking flexible. Shaddoll should not be slept on, and you should be definitely purchasing, either 3 structured decks or even the singles, right? The structured deck comes with amazing cards like Twin Twister, Allure. Like, it comes with so many staple cards that it's literally a no-brainer. Go buy 3 structured decks right now. Go buy it, put the deck together, try it out, kick some ass. All right, so the next deck on my list is Crusadia Kaiju OTK. Now, I know what you're thinking, Susu. this is your favorite deck and you're being biased. No, I am not. And I'll tell you what, Crusadia, the entire core, it's a big core, right? Like most of the deck is Crusadia cards. And the Crusadia cards are actually super freaking cheap. Even Maxim, the secret rare, the artwork is phenomenal. Love that card. One of my favorite cards in the deck is really cheap. The most expensive card in this deck are probably going to be your Called by the Graves, because this deck really needs it, and maybe your Kaiju pack. But other than that, the entire deck, like the 40 card main, could be had for probably like $30-$40. And then your extra deck would probably, encompass the other 15 to 20. But like for a deck that can literally beat a lot of meta deck going just blind second, I feel like it's a no-brainer. And when I took this deck as a brand new player to my first locals ever, I got second place. And it's not that this locals was like extremely casual. Like there were a lot of competitive players, but people just don't expect it, right? Like people don't like put up a board and expect to get hit for 20,000 damage. Like no one expects that, right? And this deck is inherently good against other meta decks that put up like unkillable like boss monsters because of kaijus. You run a much larger kaiju package than 3 Gamma Seals, right? Like you run 2 Gamma Seals, the Dogaran, the Jizukiri, you're playing, the Thunder King, you're playing, the Humongous, and if you're also opting to play Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, that's literally a Raigeki, right? The deck also has inherent abilities that make it really good. Like your Crusadia Arborea is literally a Baelings, right? It protects by banishing itself. Mid combo, if you have an Arborea, and let's say they like Ghost Ogre it, you can literally just, banish your Arborea from the graveyard and just keep going with your combo. Just keep link climbing. Just go. One punch that guy. For me. So again, Crusadia is a really good deck because the extra deck isn't really that expensive, right? Because you're running 3 Magius, 3 Regulex, 2 Equimax, and maybe a small Nightmare package with Phoenix and Unicorn. And you're also running Almirage and maybe a Baguska, if you really want to, right? The extra deck is pretty pliable, but you still need the Magius, Regulex, and the Equimax to facilitate your OTK. So next on my list is one of my favorite control decks, and it's Subterror Guru. Now you're thinking, dude, what the heck? Subterror Guru trash without extra, blah-bitty, hippity, hoopla. And I get it. I understand you completely. But the reason this deck is so good, one big reason, and I preach this often, it can play under There Can Be Only One. That card is absolutely broken, and it is an absolute blowout card against combo decks, right? Now, Subterror Guru, the most expensive card, generally speaking, was Hidden City. But Hidden City actually dropped in price as of, the date of recording this video. So Hidden City is sitting around $3 to $4, which would make it the most expensive card in the set. Now, you're thinking, Susu, how can you play Subterror Guru Control without Pot of Extra? Well, Pot of Duality is still a thing. And the great thing about Subterror Guru is that Subterror Guru search, that Hidden City search, the deck just screams search and add, right? So the deck can plus a lot. And, with the Pot of Duality, even though it is a draw 1, you can still excavate the top 3. And let's say you Pot of Extravagance and you draw 2 bricks, but that third card was the absolute card you needed, right? Pot of Duality, can do that for you because you're excavating 3 and taking 1. So I don't feel like Pot of Duality in most situations is a weaker card compared to Pot of Extrav in builds like Subterror where the extra deck doesn't really matter, but I feel like Pot of Duality still works really well with this deck. I would run this deck with Solemn Judgment, but because Solemn Judgment was also reprinted in Secret Slayers, the card is really cheap, and the rest of the core is dumb cheap. Like Subterror Guru in Ultra Rare, their main monster, the deck cannot run without Subterror Guru, is 40 cents. Let that sink in. Researcher is a card that rocks need, it's $75. Subterror Gurus, literally the deck can't run without it, is under $1. So why haven't you picked this deck up yet? It's too good. We're running There Can Be Only One, Compulsory Evacuation Device, which is an amazing card, by the way, and it's still under $1, and 3 copies of Hidden City, which, in total will be around $12. But the rest of the deck can be had for under $30, under $40, under $30 or $40. And then the extra deck, you can just put a bunch of cheap Super Poly targets and just even run 3 Super Polys in the main. Yes, you do have a lot less options compared to a fully powered deck of any archetype, but like we said, our expectation need to be realistic. When we're talking about budget decks, you want to be as competitive as possible. And I have lost 2 budget Subterror builds, even with the $400 or $500 deck. Weird flex, I know, but you know what you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? And finally, the last deck on my list is freaking Salads. The Mirage Stalio ban didn't really do much. Salads, it's still an amazing deck with absolute amazing recursion, right? The consistency is what makes the deck really freaking good. And you have to respect the deck. With Lady Debug coming to 3 and Signet Mining getting reprinted in Dual Overload, the deck is absolutely bonkers right now. Like a full powered Salads is still under $50. Like let that sink in. A fully powered Salamangreat deck is still under $50 freaking dollars. Why are you not playing this deck? Do you want to win? Like someone yesterday asked me like, Susu, what is fun to you? Winning. Winning is fun to me. And the Salamangreat extra deck is actually like really cheap as well. This upcoming ban list, they might limit Sunlight Wolf, but even then, the deck is still really good. A lot of players are opting to play 2 Roar, 2 Rage now, and triple AD Debug, but the one main card that was putting off a lot of players to Salamangreats was Silent Mining. But with the reprint of Silent Mining, that's really not a problem anymore. So I hope this video was extremely informative, and let me know in the comment section down below. Did you like these camera angles? How's the audio? Because you know, we strive to deliver to you guys the absolute best content we possibly can, whether it be video quality wise, audio quality wise, or information quality wise. Is that information quality? Is that a thing? That might not be a thing. So anyways, if you like this video and you like videos like this, please hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below and hit the like button and help us kind of, you know, break through that YouTube algorithm. I want to thank you again for watching this video, first and foremost, and also hang out with us on Twitch. We stream on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. EST. All right, guys, so we'll catch you in the next video. It should be freaking dope. This is Susu from Head to Head Battles, signing out.